no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him.
I didn't kill him. We survived. I didn't kill him. This bastard was sleeping when you got up to go and have sex with the boss. Yes, he will sleep well at night. I hate this guy so much. What are we doing today? Saving Onome. That's what we're doing today. So let's get on with it. Guys, so you're going to be getting a lot more reaction videos and recaps videos. And that's because, number one, they are a lot of fun to make. They are easier, they are lower stakes. Let's put it that way. And also, there are some films that, honestly, I just overlook because I'm like, look, I cannot go through the stress of reviewing this. But with recaps and reaction videos, I can have fun with them. Also, you guys seem to like them. Going by the numbers don't lie, guys. Follow the numbers. All right, so today, Saving Onome. This movie, let me give you a small rundown of this movie. It's about a father and a mother who are determined to do anything to save the life of their daughter, Onome. Except that that's not exactly true. It's about a mother who's determined to save the life of her daughter, and a father who is not so sure that he wants to save the life of his daughter, but he has to follow along because, let them not say he's a bad guy, but he's going to make sure that he's kicking and screaming the entire way. Let's get on with it. This movie begins with these rather poignant words by the father.
You never know what you do until you have no choice.
Well, that's how the movie begins.
We all believe we're saints until we find out how easy it is for us to become sinners.
Huh? No, I was born a sinner and I will die a sinner. I never thought I was a saint for one day. That girl, the one you're seeing there now, remember we met photocopies of her in Merry Men because we already know by now that black lipstick is the international symbol for badass babe. We immediately established that we're at the start of a high-level bank robbery, I suspect, operation, you know, with this elite gang of robbers.
If this your guy fuck up, one bullet for each finger. Let me go buy this guy myself. You dey feel me?
I feel you.
Jite, I know say you don't say where you enter street.
So he's a former criminal.
Are you the fidget now?
Why the fidget? I don't know this guy's name. I feel like I should, but I don't. But I love him. Every time he's on screen, I'm laughing. He gave most of the comedy. Oh, wait. Don't let me miss this moment. See these slow motion moments? How is it an action movie we don't have? Oh, and also, if she's not wearing winter boots in Lagos sun. Now we're in the hospital. We quickly established that this is the hospital room of the little girl who's ailing. And of course, the family is here giving grief. What use is family if they're not giving you grief? And here's who I suspect is the mother of the little girl, but that would not track because she's utterly mismatched with that guy, right? But we'll find out, I guess. So here's the family here trying to force her to read the Bible. Nobody can terrorize you like a Christian. And ironically, while all of this is happening, baby girl is thinking her body, let's just say her body is here, but spiritually, she's wondering about crimes. Like, has Jite been able to rob the bank, and is he bringing us all the millions that I sent him out to get? Because you see this fuckery that is happening here at this hospital bed. What is happening at the hospital bed? Bible reading and prayers, right? So no, it's not fuckery. I take that back. Let's continue. Yeah, Jite is here as the getaway driver for the robbery, and you know it's normal. Yeah, it's a getaway driver. Oh wait, what's going on? Ooh, oh look at her. Ooh, that's how you run when you're being chased. They get me. Okay, so they got that guy. Remember they got that guy. Now we're having a high-speed chase. Ooh, police. Ooh, action on the streets of Lagos. Okay, wait. I missed something. While we're in the hospital room scene, the sister had stated that the reason she gathered the family there was because she heard the news that the foundation that has been supporting the couple to take care of their child was pulling out, and that foundation we heard is called the Azuka Foundation. And now this high-speed chase has just coincidentally jammed with this Azuka Foundation doing a rally. Remember, they are pulling out, like they are being closed down or shut down or whatever the hell is happening, but the foundation is becoming inoperational, but they are doing a rally. Okay. It turns out that this girl got shot. Black lipstick did not save her. Oh my show. And you know, wait, I forgot to show you something. Roll back. I want you to watch where the police are in relation to these guys. Look at where the police car is, right? So the cops were already right behind them, and yet they managed to escape. We're back in this hospital room. We have this Christian auntie here who's talking about how maybe it's the will of the Lord for the girl to just, buy so that the young couple can start over. And maybe it's a blessing in disguise. So like I said, fuckery. I take my apologies back and reinstate my fuckery. Carrying on. So the mother of the girl overhears this.
They are still young and they can start again.
And because she's got some anointing on her, she sits down there and listens. Because if you hear somebody talking about how it's probably best that your daughter die, you'll be calm. But okay, I guess I don't have the Holy Spirit. Who knew? She just smiles, a holy smile. I'm like, God will show them for them. Except that God is not really in this because she sent her husband to rob a bank. Here's the doctor telling the husband, wait, have I been saying husband? I better not to, because I want to make you guys understand. You know what, we'll get there. It's when we see them together, we'll decide what they are. But this guy who's the doctor is telling this other person, who presumably is the father of the young girl, that, summary, just bring the money. Better bring the money or your daughter is going to die. He shows up now in the room and Madame is looking at him like, what's up? Are you a successful criminal or no? And he has to tell her, hey, I thought the guy you brought me was an expert. Now look at them. What do you think? Let me zoom in for you. Are they not giving brother and sister? Older sister with younger brother? You think I'm joking with you? See, I don't know how this came about, but if these people are really the father and mother of that child, then they committed incest. You're not going to convince me that these two people have any kind of romantic relationship. The only vibe that's happening here is older sister and younger brother. And if you doubt me, stay with me through this reaction video, okay? And by the end of it, tell me if I've been able to convince and not confuse you.
She's not good for you, you're not good for her, and I will do everything I can to prevent it.
Look at his face. Is that the face of somebody that knows that he should be fighting for the life of his daughter and not being begged and persuaded and pushed and coddled to fight for the life of his child? And this is the vibe throughout this movie. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, if I don't kill this guy before this movie is over, change my name for you. You're a hero. Yeah, women, you will cuddle men till infinity.
Superhero, we know Fiji.
You said it, not me. Here's the sister. She's another annoying person in this movie. She's so fucking prim and proper, like I cannot. She's so judgmental, like I can't even. First of all, she asks him what happened to his shoes. Bitch, he's walking the streets of Lagos. He's walking the streets of Lagos. His shoes should legitimately be nasty, okay? Like dirty, whatever you're saying that. Anyway, she's really here to tell them about something she has found out called Dash Me. You guys already know it's GoFundMe. That's what's funny actually, is that she actually gave them a legitimate idea, because what they're looking for the daughter's surgery is 10 million. And if you have a pretty, little girl, young couple, I think Nigerians would give you 10 million. You know what I mean? Or you can say you were up cooking at 4 a.m. for your husband. Either one works.
Just don't leave me with these people next time.
These people next time. Is that not giving sibling banter? Nobody can convince me that these people are not siblings. I don't care how they came to be father and mother of this child. All I know is that they are siblings. You cannot change my mind. Oh yeah, let's go. Enjoy this hug. I actually slowed it down for you because this is the most intimacy we get, okay? Now, Isime is not kissing. Wait, am I wrong? Okay, no, she's really... thank God. Jesus. So now they want to go to the Azuka Foundation. She's suggesting that they go to the foundation that has already been helping them but has pulled out and said, let's beg. And look at his face. They are begging him to go and beg for the life of his daughter. Hey, let's swallow our pride. Look at his face. Like, it's too much labor. It's too much. Life of a child. What is a child? Like, who child help? Now, okay, here's the father. And in this scene now, we find out that the father is actually Inspector Dios, and he's discussing with his officers about the robbers that were apprehended. So he asks them, what about the girl that was caught? Now, you remember that the girl was caught and they're saying they can't interrogate her because she's in a coma, right? Okay. Don't let facts stand in the way of a good story, because what are the facts here? Who did they catch first? They catched the guy first, and the guy is not in a coma, but they forgot to mention him because they are not ready yet for the story to figure out that his son-in-law / actual son, because those people are siblings, was one of the robbers. So don't worry, the story will unfold in the scriptwriter's good time. Moving on. We're at Azuka Foundation now. Our favorite sibling couple, have come to beg, with the guy reluctantly following along. This human being shows up here and is posturing like the Oga of the foundation and they beg him and he's like, yeah, go to hell. I have no time for poor people's problems. But then when he leaves, the receptionist is nice enough to inform them that that's not really the boss. So they go and sit outside and eventually Madame shows up. And let's just say she also has no time for poor people's problems. So she tries to get into her car and, okay, they catch his finger in the door. Fight starts, and she comes out of the car, kitty kata, kitty kata, kitty kata, kitty kata. Eventually, the husband shows up. He's even more of an arrogant prick. I really like Femi Jacobs in this role. I really like both of them. Actually, you know what? Let me just tell you this. The cast is good in general. Who are the people here? I don't know this lady's name. I feel like I should, but I don't. And when I figure it out, it's going to really piss me off because I know who she is. I don't do any research for reaction videos. I'm sorry. I just roll with it and catch trips, okay? So this woman is incredible. She's great. Femi Jacobs is great. We're going to meet Kelechi Udegbe. He's awesome. The other guy, the one we've already met, I don't remember his name. We already have seen as Isime and Olumide Oworu, who has been stuck in his character of whatever his name was in the Johnsons. He has been stuck in that role. He's never growing out of it. We have the guy that I said makes me laugh. I really like him, and that's another person that I should find out what his name is. Oh, Kepi Ekpeyon is also, he doesn't have much to do, but I'll have time for him later. The cast is good. My biggest problem is the casting mismatch. So let's carry on. The husband comes out and he also has no time for poor people. Okay. He's like, but you know what? We're nice people, so let's give them change. Do you have change in your purse? And I swear to God, this woman actually took out her purse and gave them literal change for transport money. Hey, don't be poor in this life. Things that you do not be poor. Go.
I'm really sorry I can't provide for you and our daughter.
What are you saying?
If I had the money, we wouldn't be going through all of this right now.
You don't
I'm
say.
sure that's exactly what your dad is thinking.
And rightly so.
Accepting the reality of things will help us not do anything irrational.
What did I tell you about that bastard? Do you hear what he just said? He said accepting the reality of things, that his daughter is dying.
No. What kind of parents would that make us? What kind of mother would that make me if I can't keep my child alive?
Anybody who says that their parents, they should know that. Why do you think I'm child-free? Because I don't have a sacrificial bone in my body. Like, I'm not trying to die for anybody. And let me tell you, once you're a parent, it's not negotiable. Basically, you're living for that child. So you have to be ready to do anything. That's why for this movie, whatever Nancy Isime, her character's name is Tola, whatever Tola says she wants to do, I'm with her. Let her do. But you see this Oswo, you see this Swegbe. He wanted to Kerewa, but he didn't know that when you become a father, his boss calls him and is asking him, how far? Are you not coming to work? And that's how she finds out that the boss doesn't even know that his daughter is ill. This is probably one of the most the only tender moment of this movie, if I'm being real. She seems to be the only person that really cares about keeping her daughter alive. I love his vibe so much. Kelechi Udegbe, I love his vibe. She's come here, to do, Oga, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Imagine that Olumide Oworu is your small boy in the office, and then Nancy Isime now shows up and is his wife. Let's carry on, I beg, before I become entirely useless. I swear it's coconut water I'm drinking, it's not alcohol. We might migrate soon as this movie continues. She gives him the whole sub story about their daughter. She's sick. We need 10 million. And it's like, only 10 million. 10 million that's floating around in the air for anybody to just jump up and catch. That's what you want, 10 million. I will give it to you, my girl. When your ass is big. 10 million. Oh, yeah, now. So she's like, thank you. But then as they are saying their goodbyes, he's like, let me tap. Freaky. Show me your yummy. I don't even know what I just said. This bad belly person with bad vibes comes here to come and say, what are you doing here? He's coming to come and stake claim. Oh God in heaven, you don't even know what league you're playing in. You're in little league, okay? People that are in top of the table, you're in relegation. You're here. There's a bit of a dick measuring contest, and I don't know why if you have a 2-inch dick, you're going to do dick measuring with somebody that is carrying 9 inches. But carry on if it makes you feel better.
Jite.
You want to sleep with me?
So I can promise you here that the thing that is vexing him is not that the babe came here, is that she came here and showed him up to the boss, who has reminded him that he's a loser. And please, oh guys, I'm not saying that being broke is the problem at all. It's not about being broke. It's about being broke and stupid as well, okay? And not having any sense at all. And being Ozwo and Suegbe. I don't know the meaning of Suegbe, but I love it, so let's roll with it.
Tola, what exactly were you expecting to happen after?
Onome will be fine.
Sorry, that might not have been clear. She said Onome will be fine. And here's what this guy says.
I'll be fine.
Please, I need you guys to hear this because I'm ready to die.
Okay. Go. Go. But just know that when you're back, you won't have a man anymore.
Yeah. God will punish patriarchy. And all the people that came together and told women that they can sacrifice their child for a man, and that man is end all and be all. Because what will give this man the blockers to tell this woman, go, but just know that when you come back, and please, I'm saying this within the context of this context, okay? Which is, we're talking about my daughter that actually, you know what, this guy is not done talking. Let's hear him to the end.
Okay, just go. Okay, do whatever it is you feel you need to do. But just know this. After it's all done, you might have a daughter, but you will not have a man.
I want you to hear that. You might have a daughter, but you will not have a man. Let's not comment, okay? You see, this is how siblings do. They quarrel. 5 minutes later, they've made up. Ew. So they come back here, home, and they're reminiscing about, you know, how they came together, good old times. In fact, hear it in his own words.
Still can't believe it. Two virgins fooling around.
I want to hear it again.
Still can't believe it. Two virgins fooling around.
Is that what she told you?
I still feel fucked.
I'm sorry. You cannot make me accept any part of this. You cannot, okay?
I felt fucked.
Girl, you felt fucked. Which kind you felt fucked? You were fucked. That's how you ended up with Onome, okay?
I still feel fucked.
Yes, you are. I don't know why you're saying feel. You are fucked every night. Nobody knows how to have sex more than a broke man, okay? So they go to bed, which I don't approve of because they're siblings. All this is nonsense. It shouldn't be happening. And like any other smart babe, she wakes up in the middle of the night when her man is sleeping and she's thinking, you know what? While men sleepeth, I need to figure out how to save the life of my child. So what does she do? She comes to see our Oga and take him up on his offer. He tells her, you look good. And you know why he says that? Because this babe is coming to work, okay? She's not coming here for pleasure, presumably. Remember, she and Onome, she and Jite, she's Tola, he's Jite. She and Jite met as virgins. So you can assume that this is only the second man that she's going to sleep with. So you would imagine that, you know, she's doing it under heavy duress. And because it's work, literally, to make money for the daughter, she should have come here in construction worker outfit with hard hats, hard boots too. Or, you know, hazmat suits, whatever. Instead, Auntie took her time to wear makeup and glam up and everything. Wear seduction outfits. He decides to proceed. The rest of it is him just humiliating her, asks her to make him a drink. She pretends to be naive. She has never seen a cognac before. Okay, girl, okay. Eventually, when she's handing him the drink, he says, to a long-lasting relationship, like, didn't we all know that this was not going to be a one-off? Like, seriously, 10 million. Do you know what 10 million is? You think your pussy is lined with diamonds and emeralds? Like, what? Sorry. Okay, but he's not just going to give you 10 million, okay? Can we agree on that? I love Kelechi Udegbe. Shall we? Let us.
Where do we start?
Oh, yeah. No, he's just determined to humiliate her. That's all I know. This bumbling clown shows up here. You guys remember him? He's the one we saw at the foundation that claimed he was the Oga. There's a bit of a dick measuring contest here. They have a kind of weird friendship, whatever, between them. And then this happens.
Better money. Big business opportunity.
Her ears perked up. It's like, are we talking money? she excuses herself, says she's going to the bathroom to clean up. But while she's in the bathroom, the men start talking about whatever the deal is. This other guy, his name is Miracle, by the way. Miracle is his brother, is the boss of that Azuka Foundation. So they're relocating out of Nigeria, and apparently they have 200 million because it turns out that they launder money for the local government, and the local government chairman got arrested and they are escaping pretty much. So this money laundering scheme is about to fall apart or be handed over to somebody else or something, I don't know. All you need to know is that there's 200 million somewhere. By the way, Kelechi Udegbe's character is called Skyscraper, okay? So Miracle has come to propose to Skyscraper that they go steal that money. Auntie is in the bathroom, is dropping for all she's worth. So the moment she heads out, she calls her husband who is passed out from small ogogoro that they drank and doesn't know that his wife is not even in the room with him. She tells him, come to the club and bring sleeping pills with you. He shows up and we already know that we are going to hear some nonsense from him. Do you want to hear it? I don't, but I'll let you hear it.
Babe, are you listening to yourself?
Are you listening to yourself? Eh?
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up.
Are you? The plan, whether he likes it or not, she's going to go into the club and find a way to bring this guy out after using the sleeping pills on him, while his job is to go there and get a taxi and be waiting. Your job in this life is getaway driver, okay? She comes back into the club and the bouncer tries to stop her, but Miracle asks that she be allowed into his section because he's so flattered that this hot babe that was just romancing with somebody that he considers his superior 5 seconds ago is now coming to want his attention. She manages to slip the sleeping pill into his drink. However, because she was born clumsy, when she tries to hand the drink over to him, she spills it everywhere. She comes to the bathroom, presumably to clean up, but really to call her husband and tell him it didn't work out, whatever. But then Miracle comes into the bathroom, catches her making this phone call, and is like, hey, what's going on? Snatches the phone from her. She knocks him a back on the head, is all I know. And he passes out. Swan's brother comes in. They discuss what are we going to do, and they agree to kidnap him. So here they are taking an able-bodied man out of the club. Remember, Jite works in this club, right? So he sees his colleague here and who's like, hey, where are you going? And so on and so on. It turns out that they don't want this guy to leave because his bill is 500k. And guess what? They have 500k that should be part of their daughter's hospital bill, but they decide to pay the bill. Now we're going to hear some more nonsense from this guy. Let's just endure it.
But babe, we're supposed to be a team. Okay, you can't just go and do things like this on a whim.
Oga, whenever I try to tell you something, you preach at me, okay? So no, we're not any...
You cannot just go and meet another man behind my back.
So that's your real problem. You should have just said,
Get off my back!
get off my back!
I had to take a lot of shit from your boss today.
And when you talk to somebody like that, trying to shake them out of their self-pity and lethargy and stupor and stupidity, how do you think they would react? An adult would probably be like, it's true, you've been doing so much, try to save our daughter, I'm sorry, let's try to work together. But do you know what younger brother does? He throws a tantrum and he's like, okay, you know what, you take care of it. I'm out. When I tell you that it was not only a miscast, it was a miswrite of this character, because I'm not sure what part of this whole setup is supposed to be romantic. But we said we wanted sensitive men that are not like toxic masculinity and hard, so they gave us Jite. I don't know why we're complaining. Moving on. He returns to the daughter's bedside and finds, I can't remember his name. I don't know why I don't know his name. Anyway, this funny guy. It turns out that this guy seems to have the misguided notion, I don't know where he got it from, that the reason the robbery failed is because of Jite's jitteriness or whatever. That's actually hilarious. He feels like Jite owes him, essentially, for the robbery gone wrong, and he's here to collect. T here, by the way, has brought this guy to their apartment, and she's trying to wake him up, and eventually he wakes up, and these are his first words to her.
You fucking Olosho.
Your mama.
Fair. So she's asking him about the money, and he's like, Shebi, you are mad. What's his name? Jite shows up with this guy, and it's clear now that the reason Jite has brought him is because he is a veritable enforcer.
Hey, Ore and Tola, sweet girl.
Sweet girl.
You know they ask about me. Ask about me. Don't tell me say you don't miss me.
My guy.
Not be so that you do
Do
things.
things, my guy. is saying fuck looks like he's here to help them because they are both, I don't want to say they are both idiots. She might not be a mastermind, but at least she's trying, okay? It's the other Swegbe that is not trying. This guy is not here for nonsense. He pulls a gun and immediately gets this guy talking, and he tells them what I already told you about all the money and the whole local government thing and so on and so on and so on. Then he reveals that there's a send-off party that the brother and the wife are having tomorrow night. However, they can't all go in, so he decides that he's going to pose with Tola as his girlfriend, and then the other two are going to wait in the car as the getaway driver. They're not telling you that Jite's fate is getaway driver. But let's hear what Jite has to say about all this.
Babe, those Onome need parents who are robbers. What are we teaching her?
Is this guy exhausting or no? Let's say that. Let's do that again.
Babe, those Onome need parents who are robbers. What are we teaching her?
How can you teach somebody who's not alive?
Go ask.
Okay.
Baby, you're missing it. You don't want this life. Look that.
You keep talking about the life that I want. I've already told you the life I want is one where my daughter is alive and healthy.
Should we say the quiet part out loud? With or without you, sir? They have the discussion, make the plan.
Guy, what will you try to talk?
What I'm trying to say is I don't think we should be doing this. Okay, I don't think I want to do this.
If not me, when my pikin need money for surgery, the 10 million for that boss out sins.
But don't boss our sins. Like, there's a part, see, unfortunately, I couldn't capture that part because the subtitle is completely out of sync with the action. So, but there's a part where that guy, the funny guy, tells him, I hate this guy. Like, I wish I found that part because I wanted you guys to hear it because I hate this guy.
Relax there. Woman, go marry woman. Now lesbian without
Take God.
Okay. Well, a bit of sexism there because the point is that he's thinking that lack of whatever is a womanly trait when we've already proven over and over that women will do whatever it takes when they really have their sights set on something. Our methods might be different. Soft power, we call it. And some other people would call bottom power, but whatever it is, okay?
Would you be able to sleep well at night knowing that you could do something for your daughter and you did not?
This bastard was sleeping when you got up to go and have sex with the boss. Yes, he will sleep well at night.
Babe, why are you asking the question like that? Are you planning on doing something at night with the pillow?
Their attempt at sex play or sex talk is nauseating.
Tola, you're trying to get me to rob by threatening to not have another kid with me.
You know that I'm cutting this, right? But if you watch the movie, you follow the entire conversation and it's hilarious. Like, you're really thinking of another kid when you've not yet understood the concept of parenthood with the one child that you have. Okay, get out. Wanyama. Well, they arrive, party. They're trying to drive onto the premises and the security men stop them. And you know what he tries to bribe them with? You're here for 200 million. You would think that if you put down even 0.001% of that amount as bribe to these guys, it will get you in faster. Instead, what is he trying to give security men? Anyway, security men are not cheap like that. Tola's dad calls and is asking, where are you guys? You guys are all are going around town frolicking when your daughter is in the hospital. Plot must plot, because do we not already know that they don't sleep in hospital from the fact that last night they went home, like they actually both retired home to bed. The sister-in-law comes out and is like, what's up, what's up? She has a healthy suspicion of miracle, let's put it that way. So she's like, look, I'm going to let you in, but don't start anything. They are allowed to drive in. Now, I want you to pay attention to what happens here with that rice that they had tried to offer to the security men before.
What happened?
The food no go bad.
Oh, so you need this food? Huh? You never chop like you use all your strength and shout.
Just note that because you'll figure out later why that makes no sense. They make their way into the party, and when she gets introduced to the sister-in-law, remember she put on this wig and this whole get-up to try because they've met before, and this one is like, haven't we met before? Miracle explains to her that there's a key card to the cash room, and he describes where that key card is. It's somewhere upstairs. She has to get it. They don't know how. But then he now tells her to get ready for an Oscar performance. And this is what happens. Okay, so they spill drink and make their way upstairs. But they're blocked at the staircase and only she is allowed to go upstairs. And who does she walk into? And she's like, I'm fucked. She makes her way back downstairs and they argue about it. And what are we going to do now? Blah, blah, blah. But then when this one comes down, you would think that he would immediately put 2 and 2 together. But you know, in typical egotistical male men of a particular kind, that is fashion, he instead assumes that all that is happening here is that this guy went after his discards, you know, so he mocks him about it and makes this about that. He doesn't know that the stakes are so much higher. She decides to stage a distraction by causing a scene, and she makes her way upstairs. Now, remember the security men and the packs of food that they were given? This was what the food was supposed to do. So they are all passed out, which is why I asked you to save that scene, right? Because if they needed these guys to be drugged by the food, why would they not still be the ones trying to press the food on them? You know what I mean? Rather than about to leave with the food, and it's the security man that has to ask for the food. Anyway, she has gotten that key card this time around. This woman, she alone, her face provided like 95% of the suspense of this movie. Every time she was on screen, I felt like she's going to figure out what's going on here. Miracle comes to report that the plan has fallen apart. He did not even seem to understand what Tola did with that distraction and the fact that she has headed upstairs. All the men, let's just leave that sentence where it is and carry on. She has gotten the card and she has made her way into Ladies and Gentlemen El Dorado. And that's the appropriate reaction for the scene that unfolds before her. And of course, she has to make the obligatory make it rain. Yep. Meanwhile, these men are here arguing about whether or not the mission is aborted or blah, 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 when they receive a text from her telling them, stop knocking your stupid heads together, I'm in. Meanwhile, Miracle is back in here and the sister-in-law is finally giving into her apprehension. I don't know which one I beg, but she's like, talk to me. What is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything I'm not seeing? Auntie, there's a lot you're not seeing because right on top of your head, this one is very busy. Look at that. Ooh. Beautiful. I wish say not me. The brother also joins, the husband. It's the other people that are brother and sister, not this one. These ones are legitimately husband and wife. So the husband joins the inquiry and is like, I don't know what you're doing here. Remember, they had already caused a scene. So this other one, he's annoyed because they had stained his white with their stupid drama. And he comes here and says, Miracle is dating a married man. Like, that's the problem of a Nigerian man. Eventually, when people start asking the relevant questions like, where is she? Here is my girl, like super busy. I love it. You know, he seems to be clicking at the same time for Skyscraper, who is like, that girl, where is she anyway? And she's desperate for money. And you know who else is desperate for money? This guy standing here. So it's probably not a coincidence that they're both here together. Skyscraper also tells them that this guy had come to him to propose that they rob the house. So this one says, call the police. Because yes, when you have a room full of stolen money, you call the police. Sure. So they alert the guards, right? Meanwhile, you guys remember this guy that has been dragged kicking and screaming throughout this entire movie to try to do something to save his daughter, right? Now that it's all been handled for him and he's just here to catch money, check him out.
You're doing great, babe. You're doing amazing, baby.
I hate this guy so much. Anyway, the house security are now on full alert and they're looking for her.
Go check bedroom, go check bedroom.
Go check bedroom, go check everywhere. Oh, this house is beautiful, by the way. So here she is, you know, she has her last bag, the last loot, and as she's trying to scale the banister, this guy tries to grab her and she's very good at hitting people. How many people has she hit now across the face in this movie? So she manages to scale the thing and these two are constantly arguing about God knows what. And while they're arguing, okay, that was lucky. There just happened to be all those bags of trash there. And again, they're arguing about who should drive the getaway car. I thought we had agreed that Jite is the assigned getaway car driver. But okay, this time there's a superior force that tells him, you go open the gate and I'll drive, okay? Remember, the gate men are sleeping. So he goes to open the gate, and just as you expected, I really like this, I'm not going to lie. Hey, Tega! I finally heard his name because she's yelling, Tega, Tega, Tega! So Tega drives away with money and woman, okay? It's like I will copy everything. This one is screaming, Tega, 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 go back. This one is screaming, Tega, everybody, Tega, Tega, Tega. And you know what this woman does? Let me let you see for yourself. Yep, she actually rolled and fell out of the car. Whew. Remember, she has a daughter to save, so she could have just left with this money and tried to save the daughter first and allowed this full able-bodied man to take care of himself tonight. You know, if he has any sense, he'll get off the middle of the road, disappear somewhere into the neighborhood and make his way home. But no, she jumped out of the car. Okay. So they meet each other, and of course, you know, like two brother and sister, they hug. And I hate this shit I hate seeing anything romantic in the midst of crisis like this. So we have to run and so on, but of course it's already too late because they spent too much time hugging and kissing and all that. So the police are here now. They agree that she can run and he would wait. So she runs with the money and he surrenders. But then the police are like, nope, it's not you we want, it's the money we want. So bring the money, and if you don't bring the money, we're going to shoot you. So of course she shows up because she does not want them to kill him, you know. So she surrenders and they take both of them in. Our guy is also trying to escape, gets arrested. Now here are these people facing the father, Inspector Dayo, and he's like, it's Inspector Dayo to you. Criminals call me Inspector Dayo. He's here to give them a whole long speech, blah, 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 blah. And Jite has a moment to be calling Bridgerton. Remember how he stood up to Penelope's mother? That's how this one feels like. This is his opportunity to stand up for her. Says she's not a coward. She's doing everything for the life of our daughter. Did you know that this entire time? Shut up. When it's all done, she now raises the question of their daughter.
Onome, how do we tell her? Oh, now that we're not.
Shut up. Nobody wants to hear anything from you. Let's hear what Granddaddy has to say.
Don't worry. I will tell her that you did everything to save her.
Thank you for that. But how about you, sir? Can you say you did everything to save your grandbaby? Let's talk about this. He's Inspector Dayo, right? Fine. Your daughter went to rob, okay? But can I put it to you guys that this could have been his crisis of choice, where he has to stake his beliefs or reputation or whatever it is to save the life of his baby and also to save his daughter. Sorry, color me anyhow you want, but I think that he should have cut a deal, because who is laying the charges again? Who? First of all, the whole of this end part of this movie, it's all this plot convenience and everything is just. My husband said I should not be saying rubbish again, but it's rubbish, okay? Because it started with the fact that criminals called police on other criminals to arrest them for stolen money. So who is pressing the charges? Because when we get the summary at the end, the criminals escape and go abroad. Who is pressing these charges that lands them in jail? It's an easy thing for Inspector Dayo to say, if you drop the charges, we'll also drop the charges against you and let you go, or whatever. Instead, the NGO people escaped, and meanwhile, these two small children are made to serve 5 years, and her father is inspector. We have all the feel-good parts. They are watching all the news footage, blah, 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 controversy about whether or not they should go to jail because the money was stolen money, and the Azukas have fled the country, blah, blah, blah. What's this sister's name? Ife? I don't know her name. She finally gets a massive orgasm because finally this her dash me, and you know, look at her face. She's literally having an orgasm because the way she was invested in this dash me idea is not even a joke. So yeah, little girl, you know, she gets her surgery, everybody is happy, and then they have a little reunion with the mom, the sister, and the granddaddy, and guess who is not here? The father, Swegbe, father, Ozuo, father. And when I watched it the first time, I was like, hey, that's not nice. He should be here. It's his daughter. And I was like, you know what? Now, daddy will know how to save life of daughter. Now we'll go give hug. Okay, get out. I'm okay with him not being here. Can get out. Well, it looks like they do serve their 5 years prison term, and then they come out of jail. And guys, it looks like Nigerian prisoners are very well fed, because look at these people. They had to give her matted hair. Maybe like I said, they suffer small, because look at them. Their skincare was on point. Like everything just there on point. Prison is so cool. Anyway, she brings him back here to this place, the scene of the crime, and as it turns out, that night, remember, she went into the bush with 2 bags of money and only came out with 1 bag. And can I just stop and say here that this is probably, this portion should be climate change. Should be a narrative on climate change, because look how that plastic remained intact for 5 years, like not even termites, no touch harm, you know, and the money is intact. And so now they have, I don't know how much this is, 10 million or whatever it is she said that they have, and they're happy. You know, like I said, this guy is always happy when somebody else does the heavy lifting. Hear him.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you
For what?
for loving me.
If not you, then who?
That's a valid question. If not her, then who? This guy is determined to annoy me till the very last line of this movie, because even now, 5 years later, he still has this to say.
Don't you feel bad about keeping this money?
I didn't kill him. We survived. I didn't kill him.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Igbo.
So guys, that's the end of my recap / reaction of Saving Onome. Whatever I thought, I've said. Whatever I did not say, I did not think. That's all I can tell you. I don't have any constructive anything to tell you, okay? Tell me what next you want me to react to, but I'm working on some reviews and I'll bring them to you soon, okay? My bottle is empty. All right, guys. Oh, shit, I have to go. All right. Kisses. Bye-bye.